Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, before I go into this video, please remember that we're looking for Loving Life's citizen reporters. If you got a video or if you can cover an event, send me the video. I'll put my email address directly below. If it's relevant and if it's important, we will certainly cover it and obviously give you the kudos if you want it. And obviously, you can remain anonymous. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about the South African Army running out of money at the very time that it's actually rolling into suburbs of Cape Town to try and deal with the gangsters. And I'll have some video footage after this intro where you can actually see that happening. But let's see what's happening with the South African National Defence Force. The Department of Defence and Military Veterans has warned that a severe lack of funding could impact its ability to protect South Africa. In a media briefing on Wednesday, the 17th of July, Defence Minister Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakala said that her department had been forced to continuously adjust its plans downwards in response to the declining budget in recent years. She said, "The Defence Force is becoming progressively more unsustainable in terms of declining defence allocations. We have now reached the point where the Republic must decide on the kind of Defence Force it wants and what it can afford. We need a frank discussion very soon as we risk the irreversible damage to the Defence Force as a whole." Everything's coming unstuck. In a portfolio committee meeting held earlier this month, the department said that the continued lack of funding may impact negatively on the ability of the South African National Defence Force, or SANDF, to fulfill its constitutional mandate. It added that over the past 3 financial years, insufficient funds were available to cover expenditure related to compensation of employees. Now, you'll notice how it's always the employees who get hammered when they run out of cash. And that's just the way it is in South Africa. Declining force. One of the key issues that was raised during the committee meeting was the protection of South Africa's borders. Specific concerns raised include 1. That the current deployment of 15 South African National Defence Force subunits along South Africa's borders are insufficient and that at least 22 subunits are required. 2. The need for technological force multipliers to assist deployed forces along the land borders. 3. Shortages of suitable air assets at the South African Air Force's 35 Squadron as well as 28 Squadron to effect border patrols. Other issues included 1. The replacing of South Africa's infantry fighting vehicles with a modern fleet. 2. Challenges with the South African National Defence Force's logistical support to operational equipment, specifically the need for aircraft spares. And 3. Outdated ICT systems, notably the finance, human resources and logistic systems. How South Africa compares. According to the latest global firepower ranking, South Africa is ranked as having the 32nd greatest military strength in the world. More than 137 countries featured on the list, with the ranking utilizing more than 55 different factors to determine a given nation's power index. According to the ranking, South Africa has 66,300 active personnel and 15,000 reserve personnel. It is also estimated the country has about 14,175,000 citizens who could be fit for service should the country enforce conscription laws. But how are they going to pay them? Good luck with that. Notably, the country stands out for its land power, but has fallen behind other nations in recent years when it comes to air power and naval power. Air power. South Africa has a total aircraft strength of 206 assets. These include 17 fighter aircraft, 17 attack aircraft, 23 transport vehicles, 67 trainer aircraft, 92 total helicopters, and 12 attack helicopters. The Army land powers, South Africa has a total land strength of 2,888 assets, which includes 195 combat tanks, 2,500 armoured fighting vehicles, 43 self-propelled artillery, 100 towed artillery, and 50 rocket projectors. Naval power. Remember that video we ran some time ago of the guy who ran the Navy, and he said, he was on a sub, and he was saying, yeah, with a sub, what we do is we look out for sharks. They don't train for actually using their naval assets in the sea. South Africa has a total naval strength of 30 assets. Notably, the country currently has no aircraft carriers, destroyers, or corvette-class vehicles. Their navy includes 4 frigates, 3 submarines, 31 patrol craft, and 2 mine warfare vessels. So, there you have it. Now, not is only the South African National Defence Force facing a torrid time when it comes to the finances, but apparently South African Airways are now going to be starting to sell off assets to try and reduce debt. And you know who's waiting in the wings for all this? Yep, the Chinese. They just can't wait to get their hands on South Africa's assets. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Here comes that little video I told you about, and have a good evening. Bye for now.
Murah sih.